There's only one more season left in Riders Republic's first year plan, so what's next? We want to hear from you this week, so we're going to put a survey together. Hang tight, because we're building it right after news. Hey, welcome back to the Riders Report.
Before we get started today, we want to recognize our existing YouTube members. A special thank you goes out to executive producers Bonecrusher 2D, Coach 34, and my mom, and our fans and Fans Plus.
If you'd like to become a member for as low as 99 cents a month and help support our channel, you can hit join below to learn more about perks like early access to the Riders Report, emojis and badges, a members only video per month, sneak peeks, and more.
We have a Ubisoft Forward confirmed and coming to us soon, and while we don't know if Riders Republic will make it in the show, we at least hope so. And if you want to watch along live, tune in Saturday, September 10th at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, and whatever that is over in Europe, for a new Ubisoft Forward live stream event. It's going to be about their upcoming games and some updates, and you can watch it on YouTube, Twitch, and their website. We are also hosting the TFG Director Mode competition in Riders Republic. You have to put together your 1 minute, 30-second edit using any sport, any location, and any song. Those edits can be submitted on our website, nickandmitch.com/director mode, and those entries will be due on September 18th.
One additional thing before we start today's main topic discussion. Mitch and I might have some big news surrounding Ubisoft Forward, so hang tight. We're hoping that we'll be able to announce that in next week's episode, so make sure you're tuning in for that in 1 week's time. Okay, now it is time to discuss Riders Republic Year 2 and what that looks like. I mean, we know that we have one season left, and that's going to give us BMX, but all of our discussions up until now have either been two things projecting. What's BMX going to look like? And when are we getting a director or a replay mode? But those two things, I mean, we know that BMX is coming at the end of season 1 or season 4 in year 1. What does season 2 look like? And you and I sat down and tried to map this out. And honestly, we do have some guesses, but you thought that it would be best to hear what the listeners and the viewers think first.
Yeah, and we talked about this maybe a month or two ago as an idea, but I really want to see people put together their dream or their prediction for a year 2 season pass. So that's if we're going to get a year 2 in Riders Republic. We don't know. And maybe we'll find out at Ubisoft Forward. Maybe we'll see BMX trailer, or maybe we'll learn more about the future of the game if there's stuff coming. And we'll put together our predictions as well, so it's going to take a few weeks, but we really want you to come up with everything that we saw in the year 1 roadmap. So we want to see what the big ticket item is. Is it a new multiplayer mode, a new sport, cosmetics, funkies, that's the name I was thinking for, and more, which we'll get into as we make this form.
Yeah, and you were saying, if we get a year 2, the game is not going anywhere. It's just in terms of, will it be as big? Are we going to get as many sports as we got in the first year? Is it going to be as revolutionary as these seasons have been in the first year? Every season has given us a big chunk of the game that was missing at launch, and has made the game better, collectively better. So yeah, I'm very interested to see if they're planning to continue. Who knows? Maybe after year 1, they're like, we're going to wait a little bit. It's all good. Maybe you're just going to get kits every year. It's going to change themes and you get like a shop item or something. Who knows? But we are going to trudge ahead thinking that, they are going to continue these seasons with these big overhauls. It seems like that's the correct direction for this game. Mm-hmm. And it seems like that's how you continue to build this game. I don't think the game has a foothold in the market yet to say, okay, we're good. We're just going to sit back for a little while and see how this does. I think that they still need to be actively pushing and improving before it gets to that point where people are just signing on and, let's do it. It's time for some Riders Republic.
And they also did say this is ideally a live service game that's going to last. Mm-hmm. I think Bonecrusher mentioned it. They want to get 5 years out of it at least.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's something with
I just said.
Yeah, that's something with a lot of Ubisoft games where they want to try and get 4 or 5 years out of it now, so they have multiple seasons. See that with the Division. For Honor still kicking around, and that came out, I don't know, when I was back in undergrad, I believe.
Yeah, geez.
On PS3 or PS4. So they like to, if the game functions, something again that we kind of got into with Bone Crusher, if this is a good base in a platform, they can just keep building on it for multiple years. So maybe we'll see a year 3, a year 4, a year 5 pass coming out as well.
Yeah, we can only hope. And you mentioned undergrad. I just want to take a quick segue and say 2 days ago was the 7-year anniversary of me moving into school for my undergrad. Yeah, that stings. And that, I believe that first year was when Steep came out, was when you and I started making content, was my freshman year of university. So yeah, it's 7 years of doing this. It's just a little nutty. But anyway, let's take a look at this form. We don't want to take up too much of the main topic time this week talking about it. We kind of want to keep this as open-ended as possible and give you guys some time to open the form right now while it's fresh in your head and go through and try and complete this. We do have 4 sections for the 4 seasons, season 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like year 1. There might be multiple seasons. There may be 6 seasons. There may be 3 seasons. We don't know. We are going to guess that they're going to keep the same format of 4 seasons throughout the year. And all of the questions are the same for each season, but we want different answers, obviously. So let's start up with number 1, the season name, like Winter Bash, Summer Break. That one's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. And after you come up with the name and the theme of that season, then the next section will be the main focus. So a couple of them, like we got Showdown mode and we got the Showdown multiplayer mode as the big ticket item. BMX, we're getting BMX and a ton of content related to that. So that would be the big ticket. And Winter Bash was a small, shorter season, I believe. Same with Grand Opening. And Summer Break. What was the big ticket item for Summer Break?
Oh,
Trek, the sponsor Trek.
Yeah, I honestly think that, Trek was the addition there, along with trying some new mass races and the climate, all of the Greenpeace stuff that they were adding.
Yeah, so that one was there wasn't a big ticket item, but we want you to dream big. We want something substantial every single season. Yeah,
absolutely send it. And then moving on to the third option here, season 1 funkies. Why am I saying seasons? We want to know what the funky sport is that you think they're going to offer. Is that kayaking? Is that, I don't know. I mean, I guess that kayaking would be a main sport, but yeah, like the orbs, like the big old Zorb balls. Trying to think of some other stuff like a downhill longboard.
We got, I forget what those are called, the rocket bike and the rocket
board.
Skis at the start, and then
mountain board.
This recent one we got the Spider and the Juggernaut, I believe, to use. Or we had Spider actually the season before, and then we got the other 2, the Sniper and the Juggernaut. The season.
Jumbo bike was along way back.
The snowmobile, the freestyle snowmobile was the one too. So those kind of sports you can have, I'd say like 1 or 2 per season. So that's what they've been doing so far. And yeah, those will just be like the fun sports that they test out and don't put too much effort into.
Yeah. And I mean, those can also be variants. Like how much fun would it be to have like not a wakeboard, but like a sail, where there's like the surfboards with the sails on them? Windsurfing. Ooh, yeah. What if you would put windsurfing on snow? That might be one of my funkies that I load into my survey. That would be a ton of fun. But I think that would also mean we would need wind patterns.
Yeah. Well,
like
Skull and Bones, I think, is going to have wind patterns.
Just Steep had wind patterns for
import
paragliding.
That tech. Yeah.
Boom. Done. Skull and Bones bringing that next gen wind pattern, wind mapping. And finally, wrapping up your first season out of 4, it'll just be an other section. So race variants, mass race variants, session markers, smaller updates or additions. What do you want to see? This would more than likely be where I would write replay mode in every single one of them. But I'm not you, and I'm not telling you what to do.
Mine's going to be the main focus of every single section will be the replay mode.
Replay mode number 2.
Yeah. So, I mean, like the main focus could also just be like a substantial change to some things in the game. I mean, if there's some big core features, you could put them in the main focus or in the other. Same goes with like the sports. I could see dirt bikes being a main focus and being a fully fledged BMX edition, or I could see it just being a freestyle snowmobile. So that's where you get to pick and choose with this form.
Would you put motocross? Would you put motorcycles in, or dirt bikes? Sorry, would you put dirt bikes in the spring or summer? Just personal preference.
Maybe the
like spring is all muddier.
Yeah,
I was gonna say spring's all muddier. Everything's melting. Yeah, okay, of course that answered itself. Yeah. So anyway, go ahead and click the link down below. You'll be able to see this form, and if we can, I'm gonna try and link the picture to the season 1 plan and projection, so you can kind of see that as an example. I'll try and tag that up at the beginning in the description. But if not, you can go to Riders Republic and check that out on their website. Yeah, I think we have the technology.
You can definitely add a picture to a Google form. And I will say, if you are lazy and overwhelmed by having to do 4 different seasons, just do 1. I didn't make all the questions required, so just submit the form with 1. We just want to get a bunch of different ideas for people.
You are nicer than I am. I would have made every single one of those required. You're in this for the long run. Yeah, that's what we have for you this week. We want to hear from you. And in turn, we will have a longer main topic discussion to make up for the lost time this week, where we'll be able to look at the data and really dive into what you guys want versus how we think it's going to shake out. So hopefully some devs will also participate in this, and we won't know. That would be incredible if we had like 2 or 3 devs come through and just say, oh, we know all of the plans, so boom, 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 boom. Ooh. Here's everything. Here's the truth. And you would never know. It would be from a burner account, and we would just read them all down like, that looks great. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's so smart. Whoa, they want replay mode. And then that's actually the map. It's happened before. No, and not with the devs, but when they released the trailer for the beta testing and you put together the map, and then lo and behold, it was correct. When the real map came out, we were like, oh my God, he did it. So yeah, maybe someone out there will correctly guess all of the seasons with all of the accoutrements that come along with it.
We need to put the name on the top too on the forum, just in case people want to claim their thing. So we'll add
that's
that.
Smart. Yeah. Doesn't it record like their social security number and their address and their phone number and their fingerprint? Okay. All right. Yeah. We're not going to click those buttons. We'll let you put your name on your homework if you want, but please go down below and let us know what you think year 2 of Riders Republic should look like. Let's go give some people some props that really deserve it. It's time for the Riders Roundup. Well, this rider is new to the Riders Report, but definitely not a stranger over on the Riders Republic subreddit. This video comes from Build2596 and showing us, yeah, it is possible, folks, a first-person bar spin.
Yeah, it seems like from the comments to do this, you have to, be in first person, but then do a wheelie, then do a bar spin and go back into a wheelie. And you get this full thing in first person, where normally when you do a trick, it kicks you out into third person while you're in the air. And that brings up the whole debate where you could do it in steep, but it was very dizzying. And now the first person camera's a little more stable, and with bikes becoming more popular and tricks where you're not doing cork 1080s and a billion flips that'll make you throw up, maybe it's time to revisit seeing first person views staying for the tricks.
That could be one of the other categories for your year 2 season 1 update for the game. I know that we've had that discussion. You and I have had that discussion on the podcast already. You love the first person camera, and you think that you would enjoy riding tricks and doing rotations with a first person camera. I think I would throw up. So yeah, but maybe I just have PTSD from the GoPro in steep. Maybe I just need to be proven wrong, but we'll climb that mountain when it is presented to us. Speaking about climbing mountains, well, I guess going down mountains, it is Jimmy Kruk over on YouTube giving us the things that he thinks we need in the BMX update. There are 6 categories in this 4-minute video, and I think he covers a lot. I mean, I really think that this is a very logical progression and just things that make sense that would go along with BMX in the game.
Yeah, he's been a pro on the bikes too, so he's someone to listen to when he has ideas on what to put in this game, and I'm hoping they really deliver with this BMX mode. I know a lot of people are excited for it.
Yeah, and speaking of a pro over on the bikes. Playing us out in this week's outro, my top 10 spots in Riders Republic, folks. If these are his top 10 spots, they're automatically going to be your top 10 spots. And if they're not, they're about to be. Go check out Ian Hawk BMX. He's going to be playing in the background. You can get all of the links to all of the creators down below. Thank you to everybody who subscribe or not subscribes. I mean, thank you too, but thank you to everyone who sends in and submits their links for this little creator corner that we have called the Riders Roundup every week. If you have some content that you would like to be featured on next week's video, please head over to our Discord, also linked down below, and you can find the self-promo tab in the Nick and Mitch Discord server. That's going to do it for episode 41 of the Riders Republic.
Yes, and unlike the ungrateful Nick, I am very thankful for all of our subscribers, all of our viewers, and of course, our YouTube members, executive producer Bone Crusher 2D, Coach 34, and my mom, and co-producers and our fans and Fans Plus.
Yes, if you would like to become one of those coveted members and help support the channel, you can go hit below. Wow, I am just... Hang on, here we go, take two, and... Hey, if you would like to become a member of Nick and Mitch and help support our channel, you can hit join down below for cool perks like early access to this show, plus emojis and badges down in chat, a members only video per month, plus video sneak peeks and just a little bit more.
Yeah, and you can also subscribe, catch all of our Riders Republic content and our TFG competitions, which will be having Director's Mode coming up soon, so that'll be one to watch. And then, like you said, all of the rest of our links are down below to our social media that we occasionally use.
Yeah. Saying it one more time, we will be using our social media coming up here pretty soon if this big news is actually going to happen. We do have some news in the works, some things in the works regarding Ubisoft Forward. So if you have any guesses on what that is, you can let us know down in the comments, but we will be letting you know officially, hopefully. We'll be able to let you know next week. So until then, same place, same time. We'll see you then. I've been Nick.
And I'm Mitch.
We'll see you on the slopes. Just off the rails. Absolutely. What am I doing? I have a script in front of me and everything. Nope, forget it.